I just kind of wanted to go over a show book. So for every show, which there are 3 shows here and 2 halter shows, and that's so that they can have more judging happen in a weekend so that there's less travel for the exhibitors. So for every show, they break them down. So the grays are always first. Okay, so in the show, it's the males that they listed first. And so they listed the Wakayas. Again, the Wakaya is the most common type of alpaca. That's what we have the most of on our farm. And so they start with the juvenile, then the yearling, and then they broke this down into rose gray and silver gray because they had enough grays. And then they did gray mature, roan, which Dawn's dream was a roan. Roan small breeder, so they have a small breeder class here, which means that you don't have very many alpacas. I forget the number, but I think it's I don't know, maybe less than 20 females. And then they have roan 2 males, 2-year-old males. So then what happens is that each of these classes is judged individually. So go back and watch my my halter show video, and then the first and seconds from all of those shows, from all of those individual classes, come in and do a competition. And so they compete for male championship. After they get the championship, then at the very end, after they do all of the different color classes, then what they do is that they do judge's choice. And I have a video on that. Okay, so first they're going to judge all of the gray males, and then they're going to go down and they're going to judge all of the black males. And then after they do that, then they're going to judge all of the brown males. And then they're going to judge all of the fawn males. And then they'll judge all of the light males. So light is like what Oliver is. So he's not completely and totally white. He's a little eggshellish. And then they'll go through and then there's a lot of lights. And then they'll do the whites. So for white, you have to be pure white. White as snow. And then they will do how come that's not, there we go. And then they do the multicolors. And then they have this class called bred and owned. So bred and owned means that you have the male and you own the female. So I guess you don't have to own the male, but you have to own the female. And you have to have made the decision of what male to breed that female with. And then you're eligible for bred and owned. After they do that, then they have the judge's choice. Okay, so this is like the best in show for alpacas. And then they would do the females. So again, so they go gray, and then black, and then brown, and then fawn. Fawn is kind of like a tan. And then they do light, and then they do white, and then they do multicolor, and then they do bred and owned, and then they would do the judge's choice. So that's the classes that happen. And there are ribbons, so there's can be up to 6 places, so first through 6th place in each of those classes. And then they after they do that, then if you're first or second, then you would go into a championship round, which I'll show you. But all of these guys get ribbons. So for the alpaca show ring, this is what the ribbons look like. So first place is always blue, second place is always red, third place is always white, fourth place is always pink, fifth place is always yellow, and sixth place is always green. And so you would be lined up in the ring first through 6th. And then, like I said, you would come back in if you're first or second and have the chance to win championship or reserve championship. So the championship ribbons are always a dark purple, and the reserve championships, so you can see that says reserve, are always a light purple. So that just kind of talks you through the different classes.